How did we get to 2023 already? Just seems like the other day 2022 was starting and I had just whipped out my planner system then. Wow, that happened fast. And yet here we are upon New Year's for 2023. I figured the best way to get my head around the new year is to whip out my planner system and get it ready for 2023. So join me today to take a look at the planner setup for 2023 as well as my analog system, or at least how I'm planning to start out the new year. So let's take a look. My planner setup is in my Traveler's Notebook, and so that's what we'll be taking a look at today. The setup of the 2023 Traveler's Company Traveler's Notebook refills or inserts and how I'm planning to set that up. And the unique thing about 2023 for me is I'll be bringing back my passport, Traveler's Notebook passport. I haven't used the passport in a year or two, but I felt like for whatever reason this year I might want to get back into. So we'll start with the Traveler's Notebook. Well, out with the old and in with the new, as they say. The thing I'm going to be replacing today is the weekly memo that I have in here. And I'm just going to put in the first half, the January to June 2023. Then I'm also going to introduce a couple of stickers and kind of play around with it. And we'll just see where we go in terms of the setup. It's kind of funny talking about the stickers because I still have a few 2022 stickers in terms of the theme that I haven't used up. Maybe I'll find a spot to use that there as well. Let's go ahead and open this guy up here. I'll just set that to the side for now. January. I've done a video of the 2023 Traveler's Notebook haul if you're interested. There are a couple of different insert options that one can take. The thing I love about the 2023 theme here for the Traveler's Notebook is the coffee. I absolutely love coffee. The idea of drinking coffee and writing and journaling, pretty novel for most individuals out there. And for all you tea drinkers, I too love a good cup of tea. I like to start my days off with a strong cup of joe and perhaps have an afternoon tea. Anyhow, I digress. I want to label my notebook with the monthly tabs, so let's get to that. I'll set aside my page plotter. This is always the nerve-wracking part, which is to get the tabs right. And for some reason I'm feeling particularly nervous and doing this in front of or on the camera. The key about getting these tabs right is to space them out appropriately along the top. Now, I don't enjoy putting my tabs on the side because when you go to put in your insert into the Traveler's Notebook, your wraparound elastic band interferes with those tabs and it can wreck it. I like to keep mine up on the top. And when you take a look at the suggestions, they like to keep theirs on their side, which is fine. They even like to mix their colors up, which is also fine. So I kind of like that idea of marking the quarters. I might do that. Well, here we go. Nothing to it, right? It's funny, I've been doing this for a few years now. You'd think I would remember what I do consistently. I believe I do this. What I mean by that is like where I start my tab. Is it on the first day here or on the last day? I believe I stick with the first. And so we just fold this over like so. Again, I'm just nervous on camera. Voila. And we've got our first one in. Might just zoom in a little bit so that we can get the full breadth of what's going on here. Okay, so let's continue on. January to February. Voila. February is always an interesting month, I find. It's one of those months where you've gone through the establishment of the new year of January, somehow you've kind of either figured out which resolutions you're going to keep or determinations or whatever. And February is all about trying to figure out how to actually move forward into the year. At least that's how it goes for me. Now, the one thing I did stop doing many years ago was determining resolutions. I concentrate more on just trying to take a look back at my previous year habits and seeing whether anything needs to be tweaked or changed up, and trying to figure out how to bring a consistent approach. I mean, ultimately, the thing about going from one year to the next is a day, and it's all a bit arbitrary. It's like a human convention that we've determined that, you know, this is the end of a year and this is the start of a new year. And it is technically, in terms of the solar calendar, but ultimately it's just another day in terms of that transition. So the way I kind of look at it is, what am I bringing into a daily approach? What do I want to bring into the next day? How do I want to change things up or tweak things around? So I'm still working towards what I want to achieve. And there we go. That is the tabs all set up. I have these little cool Midori paper clips that I like to use as markers sometimes as well. As I navigate through the month, I put these up on each of the weeks going forward. What I like to do is add a couple of pocket sleeve stickers. One of my favorite gifts from a few years ago was actually a sticker pack of Grogu, the man from The Mandalorian. I love Baby Yoda, as he's also affectionately known. He's pretty adorable. 2023, I know I'm going to get myself into trouble with a couple of things right off the bat. That's all right. Kind of do a few different things, but I like this one in particular. Cup of coffee. And the other thing I like to do on all of my planner notebooks is include a little writing. So we're just using the transfer here. Probably should keep that backing on. Whoopsies. It's nice to make a few different mistakes, I guess. Oh, didn't quite get that one on there. Let's try that again. And I like that I'm having some difficulty with this. It adds to the idea of not being perfect about it, just having fun with it. Dream, then do. I actually saw this on a little coffee shop ad for Kicking Horse Coffee based out of Invermere. I just thought it was really neat. Dream, then do. And that saying has stuck with me. Anytime I come to planning, it's really nice to just kind of reflect on that. Now I do have a weird leftover H in there, so I might just add a little sticker of some sort to hide that. And luckily I have a whole bunch of coffee stickers, so nice cup of joe. I really like lattes in general. I feel like it needs one more thing. There we go. Good enough. Or at least good enough for me. Now we'll go ahead and put that back into the traveler's notebook. Taking that same elastic band that I've already got set up here and sliding this right into the middle, like so. Pulling that all back into place. So the second thing that I'm going to be introducing into my Travis notebook setup is a change in the insert or refill that I use. I'm just about done this dot notebook here, and I've got a couple things that I'm going to rip through for the rest of the few days, but I'm going to just go ahead and swap it out. Now, I've talked about how I don't really use this plastic insert. It's kind of like a ruler guide from Traveler's Notebook, but I fell in love with the coffee theme here, and so I wanted to keep it. And a commenter recommended that I try out the lightweight paper, that I might enjoy it, so figured I'd go ahead and swap this out and see how I do. And the thing about the lightweight paper is that the grid lines should show well through it. Maybe you can't see that on the video, but they very clearly do. And it's a nice page marker as well, so I'm gonna do that. Tie it all back together, and voila, my 2023 notebook. Might add a nice sticker on that one. I got these Japanese stickers, or Japanese landscape stickers. Can't remember from where, actually, quite a few years ago. But I really like the look and piece that it introduces here. I think I'm just going to keep it simple and introduce the tumultuous nature of year transitions and trying to figure things out. My 2023 Traveler's Notebook, regular size, all set up and good to go. Oh, here, probably should put that in. The third notebook that I have in there is my sketchbook, which I haven't filled up, and I'm just still working my way through it. Started creating a winter scene earlier on in this holiday season, and just haven't gotten around to finishing it, so I might get to it at a certain point here. The other thing that's going to be part of my 2023 analog system is this beautiful monthly calendar by Midori. And this is new for me. I have historically tended to stick to the Google Calendar for my personal life, and then a work calendar in terms of monthly overview calendars. But I really wanted to gravitate away from digital life. Being the analog kind of guy I am, I wanted to introduce a monthly calendar, and I've never done this before for myself. So I'm quite excited to do that. This is going up on my wall. This is the Midori monthly calendar. It's very simplistic. I'm not sure you can clearly see that. Very simplistic, fountain pen friendly paper, but it comes with a pencil that just slots in and out. It's a nice, decent size, and it hangs up on my wall. So I'm excited to use that. The idea being is this is where all my finalized planned events go. So my notebook is going to capture all the messy thought processes of changing dates, changing timelines, and once I've got it finally nailed down, I add it to this so that I know very consistently. The other thing, of course, is just so that my wife can take a look at my calendar and we can plan as a family around different things in the upcoming year. So I'm pretty excited about introducing that into my analog setup. The other notebook that I'm going to set up is my traveler's passport. And unfortunately, I've already set this up, but I wanted to do a flip through anyways here. This is the 2023 monthly, and I decided to use a monthly refill and insert. I've talked about a little bit in the past how I don't really enjoy or using the Traveler's Notebook passport size, but I figured if I'd keep a monthly this year moving forward, it might be really good, just from the perspective of I don't really like using the digital calendars, and I've tried quite a bit to stay consistent with them, but I find that I'm just an analog kind of guy, and so I figured I'd use my passport, A, to keep on me, B, to do some scratch planning with respect to trying to timeline some monthly events, and then also keep a simple lightweight paper notebook in here as well. My previous 2022 system and from years before, I would just toss a field notes notebook into my pocket along with my pen, but this year thought I'd give a passport a try. That's one of the beauties of changing things up every year, or every couple of years, or however you want. just to revisit things that you like or don't like and see what works and what's changed. Other than the Traveler's Notebooks is my Galen Leather A5 folio. I love this thing, and I got it last year and I did a video on it, and I absolutely have come to enjoy it as part of my daily analog use kit. Inside is my journal. This is where I tend to just freestyle write whatever I want. And in 2023, I'm really looking forward to using it some more. It's gotten some love with some ink stains on the back and the front here. And the color, which I was a little apprehensive about, I've come to start enjoying. And I think it's just going to get deeper and deeper and richer with that, with the use of the folio. The last thing that's fairly new, and it's a very special edition in my 2023 analog setup here, is a very special limited edition release fountain pen that you cannot find anywhere. And that's actually from my son. He built this out of Duplo box here and handed it to me over the holidays and said, "Hey Dad, this is for you. It's a nice shimmer sheen ink. It goes from a blue to a red sheen." So I thought that was really cool. I'm happy that he's thinking about me, and happy that I've inspired a little bit of stationery thinking in his life. Special edition, can't find it anywhere else. Thanks very much for joining me today and taking a look at my 2023 planner setup and my analog system. I'm really enjoying making these videos, and it's been quite the journey in terms of just starting up a YouTube channel this year and getting on with it. So just wanted to say thank you so much. I'm really grateful to you all out there who are watching and commenting and providing feedback. It really helps. And if you like this video, please consider clicking on the like and subscribe buttons below. Happy New Year. I hope you have had some holidays or some holiday respite in all of this, a little bit of a break, and I'm looking forward to joining you all in 2023. Take care and bye for now.